It is no secret that women outlive men globally. We all know that. That's the many factors. I heard one radio jockey once said, "Do you know why men die sooner than women? Because they want to." But the point of this video about the reason I'm mentioning this is because women outlive men universally, and however, and they mostly die alone, because the man is long gone, and but they start being lonely universally, excluding in the Western world, Western Europe, Americas, North America, of course, not South America. They start being alone later in their 60s and 70s and later. However, a phenomenon is happening in the West because of these greedy women, because of these divorce laws, and never underestimate, it's 90% because of economics. The phenomenon that's happening in the West that is killing, that is frustrating, and I don't mean literally killing, that is frustrating and angering the women, single mothers in the West, is they start being lonely not in their 60s and 70s, but in their 30s sometimes. They start being lonely in their 30s. They start, they begin with that "I'm not happy" BS, thinking that there's an army of eligible, wealthy, successful, childless men that are dying to just get together with these divorced single mothers, and they're gonna find their knight in shining armor and their imaginary happiness in life. So this is what's the major difference, and I said again, because it's because of economics and the divorce laws of the West, the very, very, very unfair and atrocious divorce laws of the West. These women abandon, leave at the sign of first trouble. Suddenly they drop the bomb on an unsuspecting guy, by saying, "I'm just not happy." That is the number one reason given when these women want divorce. We all know that 3/4 of the filings of divorce are done by women. Suddenly they come up with this, and this is the reason. "I am not happy." No other reason. And the thing is, what they don't know is that they remain unhappy until they die. They break up families. They take the ability of the father to see his children normally. They are responsible for messed up kids growing up without their parents, and witnessing a slew of boyfriends going in and out of that revolving door of their mother's bedroom. Messed up children. So they're ruining the whole society in the West by saying "I'm not happy" by their own greed. Now, the reason I say economics, if the divorce laws of the West were not so lopsided and disadvantageous to men, and on the side of women unfairly, they would never be able to do this, because this unhappy phases, these unhappy bouts, is something every one of us that's living goes through, and there is certainly no reason to break up a marriage, or make your children, deprive them from being able to see their father and growing up in a normal family with their father and their mother present. So this phenomenon in the West, these women that normally should, by the laws of nature, start being lonely in their 70s and 80s, they start being lonely beginning their 30s, of their own doing, I might add. They suddenly come up with this "I'm not happy" business, and this is why you see countless single mothers, divorced women on these dating sites. Where else are they gonna go in this day and age? You rarely go to bars and meet people outside. Have you tried meeting people in the West on the street, in the bars or whatever? They are closed, their heads down, they look ahead, they have no interest, they're so apprehensive. So they've resorted to these dating sites, which are disaster of lies on both sides. People absolutely misrepresenting themselves, lying about their age, lying about their height, lying about their weight, lying about their status in life, lying about their previous number of lovers, lying about things as basic as their eye color and hair color. Everything from A to Z you can assume is lie. The old adage is, well, the current adage is, men lie about their height and their money status, and the women lie about everything. Tell me if that's not true. So this is where you see these women. They're hoping that, oh, I'm gonna divorce this guy, I'm gonna take the house and whatever money he's got, and then I'm gonna go and without him in the way, I'm gonna go find my perfect guy who's gonna make me happy. My 6'2" guy making $300,000 a year and more, with no child and no baggage and nothing, and they're gonna be lining up to take me. Well, if they're good looking still and they're in shape, yes, those guys will take them, but not for a wife. They'll take them for a short amount of time until they're tired of them. And even in those short amount of time, a lot of these guys, if they're smart, they're dating other women too. It's not just them. So they end up lonely and miserable. And that elusive happiness that they're looking for, that elusive happiness that they broke up their marriage for, that elusive happiness that they destroyed their children for, will never be found. And they start being lonely at a very, very young age, and they become bitter. Have you ever tried dating these women? They are so full of baggage. They are so jaded. They are so angry. They have so much bitterness in them. They are not pleasant to be around. They are not pleasant to be around. Because they're assuming, well, deep down inside, in the back of their mind, they're assuming, well, he's probably going to end up being like my husband after the second date. Those are the sad realities of life that these single mothers, these divorced women will face. Loneliness at a very, very young age. Premature loneliness, angry, bitterness, starting from their 30s, not their 60s and 70s and 80s as they normally should. All the best, signing out. I hope you've been enjoying the view. This is the Florence main railway station in Italy in the early morning on this first October day of 2021. All the best.